UFC lightweight fan favorite Frank the Crank Camacho. Thank you for coming back on the show again. How's life in California?
Man, so I flew into California about 2 weeks ago and we drove to Vegas a week ago. So I'm in Vegas right now. We're at an Airbnb. There's a lot of guys fighting. Alex Perez just fought this past show. Amazing performance. He's going to be in my corner. This week, one of my really good friends or really good training partners, every time I come out, Christian Aguilar, he just got signed to the UFC a few days ago. And another guy that did his camp with us, I got to spend a lot of good time with him, but it was, it's really like a short camp, like for me, Mark De La Rosa. So I'm excited for him. He's gonna be fighting on the main card this weekend. So it's very exciting. And then I'm up next week. So we have a bunch of guys here just training. We got the team and a lot of up and coming fights. It's just exciting, man. And nice to be in Vegas, dude, even though it's the desert.
Well, I was looking at, your track record, and the last time you were in Vegas to fight was Tough 16. Is that true?
Tough 16. Every time we passed by the Palace Station, I always think about it. I was like, dude, I remember we were stuck in that hotel room, and oh gosh, 2012, we fought at the Mandalay Bay. No crowd. And because it was for the Ultimate Fighter, and I fought Neil Magny. Holy shit, he was freaking up, dude.
Yeah, like if you think about it, that was like 8 years ago, and the journey you've been on since then, it blows your mind a little bit, right?
Wow, 8 years ago, yeah. It's kind of crazy because I'm kind of glad I'm in the UFC now, considering how much I've learned since 2012. If I had beat Neil Magny and made my way into the UFC, dude, I would have still been a boy, Now guys are fighting the man, like I'm a man now. I have a family, I'm married, I have a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, and yeah, it's been a journey. Like you said, 8 years ago. Wow, 8 years ago.
Now getting back to the fight, you've been in camp for basically 4 months now. You think so? Like, has it been like a 4-month camp for you?
Not so much a camp, but getting ready for April 26th against. Shit, I even totally forgot. You remember who was I fighting?
Patrick,
Alan Patrick.
Yeah.
Getting ready for him, and then COVID hit, and when I got home, I still kind of kept up with training. Well, there's not really much to do. Got to catch up with home projects, get creative like home workouts, training and working. How we were talking about earlier, like working really on the internal, watching a lot of footage, just having fun again, learning again, and just kind of kept in shape. Really, really paying off because, staying ready for an opportunity like this against, that we're fighting on June 20th. I got the call. It was only like a 4-week notice or maybe a little bit less or 4 weeks. And it's so cool to be ready for an opportunity like that versus, do I do it? Do I not? Being ready just feels great.
Do you feel like that's the attitude you're gonna take further into your career moving forward, is just keep yourself ready, and then you don't have to hesitate about taking a fight or even having a long, like 8-week camp? You could do a 6-week, 4-week,
2-week. Yes, that's the plan.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I've picked up cycling. I've picked up, I guess the quarantine was kind of like a cool little internal wake up call. Like, you don't need a gym to right? Right, obviously you need everything and you need the best resources you can to get ready for the biggest fights in the UFC. But to stay in shape, to maintain, to just do your thing, man, that's all internal. That's all you. And being in shape is key, especially during these times, because there's a lot of guys and there's a lot of fights that they're looking for, right? What an opportunity to fight 3, 4, 5 times a year. If you can, right? Knock on wood, no injuries. So just staying ready for the opportunity. If anything now, I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, wow, man, baby, it's so nice to just be in shape. The next thing now is just to kind of keep the weight down so that we can take fights on 2 weeks notice at 55.
Well, with what you've been doing in Guam under quarantine, like you said, mountain biking, working on the yard, these are things that keep you in shape. You know, like you could continue doing these hobbies, and like you said, you don't really need to have the big gym to stay in shape. You have those hobbies, you could continue that, and then when a fight comes along, get into camp and get rock and rolling, right?
Yeah, it's nice now because I'm starting to find hobbies that kind of complement my career. I'm doing a lot of stuff outside with my hands, getting into carpentry, man, getting my grips and carrying shit and shoot, what's another thing? Like farming and gardening, man, you gotta get down there with that pick and you gotta dig and you're in the hot sun, you gotta get the shovel, and for me, I'm getting creative, building different like circuits around it. Okay, so I'm gonna dig holes for 3 5-minute rounds, 1 minute break, and then so just getting creative like that. So my neighbors would probably think, man, this guy's fucking going crazy. It's like he's shoveling the mess out of the ground. But yeah, just building circuits and just kind of getting creative like that, and finding hobbies and finding things that really complement my career and just keep it fun. At the end of the day, just keep it fun, and at the end. Hey, next thing you know, you could get some mangoes or some cucumbers, while I'm doing all of that. So why not?
Being stagnant has become, an issue for some fighters, and motivation also. And I guess that keeps you motivated and keeps your mind sharp without actually getting into the gym and taking that damage, right? You could kind of stay away from getting unnecessary injuries, going a little too hard when you don't need to.
There's one thing that I really got to enjoy again was shadowboxing. Holy moly, like what a great drill to do. I before would just shadow, getting ready for like sparring or before practice. Shadowboxing was just to kind of go over, you're in camp, you're burnt out, you're drained, you're tired, so you're just shadowboxing just to get a warm up. But in quarantine, I'm forced to warm up and use shadowboxing and imagine movement and trying to just get creative and just work your imagination, kind of like how when I first started it. It's really nice, man. It was really truly a blessing in disguise. At first it was kind of rough at times, but truly a blessing in disguise, and kind of bummed that we're getting back to some sort of a normal in a way. I mean, not bummed, but it's it's like, I'm gonna kind of miss that, but at least I've touched base on it, and will continue to do it when I can.
Well, you're coming out of the quarantine with what people expected is find something new, find something that was inside of them that waiting to come out, and that's what you found, and that's great for you, man, and you just continue that. Now, being in Vegas, so the rest of the camp, you're going to be there. What advantages do you see? Are you working out at the PI, or where are you exactly doing the rest of your camp?
So everything here in Vegas seems to be opening up slowly. They're taking the right precautions. It's kind of cool because when you go to like the grocery store here, dude, no one's wearing masks, but yeah, so you're like, holy cow, dude, this is crazy. And then some people would like pass by and you're like, oh, dude, I think I gotta put my mask on, It's just kind of gnarly, I don't mean to be prejudiced or anything, but no, but I was messing with you, but it's real cool, man. But I went to an outlet today, just kind of seeing like the new norm, coming back again. And we have a really good team. Alex is staying. He I mean, he just fought this past weekend, but he's training already with us. I have one of my really good training partners, Dean Hancock. He's coming from Team Oyama, who has like a really good style that he can really emulate a Frivola, for this upcoming fight. So small knit group, a handful of us, and we're training at Extreme Couture. Shout out to Extreme Couture for accommodating us. Huge facility, amazing facility, dude. Great place, and just great family connect over there.
Frivola, once you found out he was on the contract, you signed it, you were probably sitting at home. Did you go and watch the tape on him, and what did you think about his last couple fights?
Well, I knew I've been following Frivola. I'm a huge fan. Fuck, the guy's so exciting. Fuck, big gas tank, and he's just little bit. he puts his game well together, and he's a pedal to the metal. I'm gonna take you out, and I'm gonna keep going for as long as I can. So when I first saw the fight, I was like, heck yeah, we know, even my coach and our management team were like, this is a great fight for me. Then the second part of it was like, I know what you matchmakers are trying to do here. So really working on things to, eventually get my hand raised.
What are you expecting a war in this fight, or do you expect yourself to be more technical, or what is it? It's like it's a coin flip, right? Because this guy brings it.
Yeah, it's a coin flip. So I gotta make sure that I'm not emotional, and just stick to the game plan. We have the game plan where we've been working on it. And it's not even like specifically for Vola, but I have a lot of tools in the tool shed. Sometimes, but a lot of the times I just kind of bring out the hammer when I have the freaking chainsaw in the back. I just got to bring those out when I need to, and use those tools to the full potential, and like not bring a knife to a freaking knife fight, and when I have a freaking rack of guns in the back. So just be smart, be efficient, and I think that's it. Just be smart and be efficient, but at the same time, because of my last fight with Benil, I gotta bring the crank. I gotta come and I gotta fight, and which is getting me super excited and a little nervous for this fight. I was like, okay, but super antsy because I didn't give it my. I felt like I didn't give it my all against Benil. I gave him an inch. He took a mile, and then I just remember just leaving the arena like, damn, dude, I have so much gas. Like, God, fuck, he put me away. Like, I wish, like, let me at least put a war up. So I have a lot of like internally stuff that I'm dealing with, that I really want to get it out, and not only prove to the world and get that win, but also to prove to myself, like, man, I have this thing in me that I need to let loose, and I will let it loose on June 20th.
It's like balancing the crank and balancing the cerebral part of yourself, right? That's what you have to find right now. That's the flow that you have to find, right?
Yes, and I'm so lucky that I have a guy like Colin Oyama and Team Oyama to really put it together. Like I feel like when I come out for camps, yeah, I'm learning new techniques, but man, at the same time, it's really he's. I think I said it before, but I'll say it again. Like I know how to fight, and I know what to do in a fight, but he's kind of like showing me the way of the fight, how to put it together, and not even how to put it together like the way he wants, but he sees like my character, like a video game, right? Like if I'm playing Ryu, I'm not gonna use Guile's in Street Fighter. If I'm playing Ryu, and I'm not gonna be using Guile's freaking specials, I'm not gonna be throwing no sonic booms or anything, man. My Hadouken and Shoryuken, like. He sees my character, and he's seeing the types of like tools and weapons that I got, and he's showing me the way. He's showing me the way of the fight. So I just gotta go do me and freaking fight. Leave the dance and just go I got the gas tank, from all those wheelbarrow runs and shit. So it'll be good.
Well, with the environment that you're gonna fight in, it's nothing new because you fought on The Ultimate Fighter. And do you think that could possibly allow you to show that side? It'll be easier for you to show that side because you could kind of fall back after you push forward, fall back. It allows you to kind of keep your mind steady without that crowd just like going nuts.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would like to say that there's no influence, but man, you get 10,000 people yelling for after a shot, and me, man. Sometimes I just kind of rise to the occasion, but I love it. I love fighting. So it's going to be like a glorified sparring match, but I can hear coach, and I can hear Alex, and I can hear my corner, just telling me if the things that I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I can hear his corner, so I'm going to see, he's set up the big right hand. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I gotta keep my left hand up. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be very interesting, and it's a smaller cage, so it's gonna force us to fight even more. But yeah, and I feel like environment plays like a huge role, and you know you could kind of see that with like I feel like the fight could have been totally different. I still with like Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson, you know, bro, the crowd would have been going wild.
Yeah.
A lot of different factors could have changed, right? I still think Gaethje would have won, but I think it would have been a whole different fight when you have the whole what is the arena here in Vegas? Staples Center
T-Mobile
or T-Mobile? The T-Mobile going wild. Man, you can say all you want, man, but that crowd will get you. You know, it's either gonna make you or break you.
Yeah, of course, man. I love it. Now, you know, you've went down to 155, and I believe that you've been working with Ian Larios the whole time. Am I correct?
With Lockhart and Lee.
Okay, so but Ian has been the one that kind of works with you directly.
Yes.
All right. Now, yeah, Ian. Shout out to Ian, man. He's one of the nicest guys out there, man. Just so humble but tall. You can't miss him.
You can't miss. Yeah, he can't hide there. Oh shit, Ian's here. You know, he's trying to hide. I'm like, dude, you're still the same great dude.
Now with him, you know, working with him and eating like what he kind of recommends, and how has that affected you throughout all these camps that you went through?
Dude, you know, as everyone knows, I've lost to the scale so many times, a little too many times, you know, and it's, you know, kind of like PTSD, you know, oh, man, real hard cuts inside the sauna, boiling water in the freaking tub, just so many grueling times trying to beat the scale. And having someone like Ian, as calm as he is and as chill as he is, and how much of a mad scientist he is when it comes to cutting weight, not even one less thing, but one big thing off of my chest, you know? I just kind of just listen to him, and you just tell me what to eat and tell me what to do, and kind of just plug and play.
Definitely. Now, one last thing before I let you go. Fight Island, it's rumored to be in Abu Dhabi, and a lot of people don't like that really, because Abu Dhabi is like in the desert, and it's like 111 degrees outside, and it's like, it's not so attractive. It's not like Phuket, you know, it's not Guam, you know what I mean? Like, are you open to fighting on Fight Island?
Hell yeah. I mean, I've never been to Abu Dhabi or Dubai or that region, so heck yeah. I mean, yeah, Fight Island, you know, bro, there's probably so much money over there that they can build their own island that looks like freaking Guam and have the clear waters of the Pacific Ocean or whatever. But, man, nothing's gonna be like home. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna be like our clear waters. But, hey, I would love to fight in that region. Shit, you know. Dude, I'm fighting in the Apex Center with no crowd. Dude, I'll fight anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I heard like the last show that they had in Abu Dhabi with Khabib, I heard it was super hot. I was super hot. So I hope they fix that and address that. But it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, that's the rumor that I heard too. You know, actually I just heard that today, and I was like, okay, that's gonna be interesting.